photosynthesis, which then gave us a lot better insight in terms of how plants actually work. So the question is that this is pretty impressive. Like this setup is rather simple, but it's a really elegant experiment that does not have a lot of bells and whistles. It's really a simple concept. So the question that we pose to the IB kids is to think about this. In their TOK class, they talk about the definition of art. Have you guys ever been to an art museum and saw something that are like, I could totally do that myself? Like, why is this hanging in a museum when it's like one block of, you know, a red square on a canvas? Like, how is that art? So they talk in their TOK class about what art actually is, and how do we as a society value art, and how do we define art. You guys are probably aware and familiar with the big fight right now with Detroit's bankruptcy, and one of the things that is being discussed is the dissolution of parts of the DIA, the Detroit Institute of Arts, because it's worth money. So they're thinking that if, but the arguments over who owns those assets technically, is it the city or whatever. And so art is something that societies value, but what is art? And so the question for them is to really look at this and consider, how are scientists and artists alike? How is science like art? Is there a difference between the two? And how do we as a society value scientists similarly or differently than artists? So just something easy to, or not easy, but something interesting I think to consider. You guys can think about that, talk about that on your own, but we're not going to do a lot of formal stuff with that. I just want to throw that out there. All right, questions that you have, and then I'm out of here.
So we have to know 7 through 10, right?
7 through 10.
And what portion of the test will be 7 a day? Like how much percent?
No idea. I did not quantify that.
Stay hard and you'll get the grade.
I've been battlefield.
All right, we have a half hour to work.